Hey guys, what's going on? It's xdeadlysmoorex here, and welcome back to part 66 of our Chosen Cold Steel Let's Play. In the last episode, we toured around Guerrilla Fortress. We spoke to everyone in Class 7, and Instructor Sarah and Instructor Neidhart, as well as the commanding officer there of Guerrilla Fortress. Can't remember his name. I think it was Lieutenant General Walter, I think. Anyway. Not really important, you only get to see him once anyway. So that's what we did, and then after we did that, we were stuffed in the back of some very uncomfortable armoured cars and taken to the one of the training grounds of Guerrilla Fortress, where we met Elliot's dad, who has this really intimidating look to him, and the I guess the lore surrounding him is he makes it seem like a very scary person, unless you get Elliot in front of him, which then he turns into a big old softie, which is a very stark contrast to what you see originally. But after we did that, we watched a live fire exercise between it was like a co-live fire exercise with the 4th and 5th Armoured Divisions taking down some older model tanks. And after that, we had Class 7 had dinner I should say, which was hash beef rice, I think it was. And then they discussed the day, and then we ended it off practically where we are now. So in today's episode, we're gonna I'll kind of tie into what we did. So in today's episode, we're gonna find out more about what's going on over in Crossbell with the trade conference, and what's going on with the Imperial Liberation Front, which Instructor Sarah told us about at the end of last episode. So let's get into it. At last, after what seemed like enough venture to fill a week, we reached the final day of our field study. Over in Crossbell State, they were busy preparing for today's keynote session at the trade conference. We spent the morning running through the Imperial Army's physical fitness program alongside some of the soldiers. Again, I'm still feeling a little bit sick, so reading will be a bit I really don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, I'll have a little bit more trouble reading than I normally do, so just bear with me, as I always say, while I'm feeling a little bit sick. And after completing it, no easy task, I might add, we sat down to a lukewarm review of yesterday's lunch. That afternoon, during our special military science lecture, we were presented with a confidential report on the terrorists. Let me take a drink. Goddamn. The Imperial Liberation Front in Crossbell? That's right. Or at least that's what the intelligence division believes. It looks like a known terrorist organization from the Calva Republic has turned up in Crossbell too. That's Crow's voice. The situation over there is pretty touch and go right now. Oh no. What are the authorities doing? Everything they can, naturally. However, operations are being handled solely by the intelligence division. They refuse to tell the Imperial Army anything, just that they have a trusted ally taking care of things. But who does the intelligence division trust? You gotta know something about this, right, Short Stack? Well, I do, but I can't really tell anything. I guess it's not a breach of confidentiality to tell you that they're a really strong bunch, though. That's still pretty vague. I got a few ideas. Anyway, there's not much point in us worrying about that right now. The biggest issue is that our terrorists of the hour, the Imperial Liberation Front, are a bigger crew than we thought. Big enough to be in a position of a state-of-the-art military airship, at least. Seriously? An airship? Can we assume Reinford's the manufacturer then? Correct. Just how something that large found its way into the hands of insurgents is currently unknown, but it seems to have been a high-speed model, different from the heavily armoured types favoured by the Imperial Army. I bet it's from the RF-26 series. There are a number of different models within that series though. But if they have an airship, that means they're gonna be a whole lot more difficult to catch, isn't it? That's exactly what it means. It's basically impossible to keep tabs on them as is. With an airship in their possession, there's no telling when or where they'll pop up next. It's quite worrying, especially since Prince Oliver is attending the conference. And Toa's in Crossbell too. Now too. too. Yeah. Damn, now you got me worrying, man. Aw, take it easy. I don't think you have anything to worry about with Gramps and Lecter over there. With that aside, if the terrorist attention is currently focused on Crossbell, does that mean the Empire is effectively safe right now? You raise a good point, Laura. They did target Prince Alfin during the summer festival last month. It's possible it's just a feint. Maybe they just want us to believe they're targeting the Chancellor. The railway military police thought so too, which is why they've increased the security level here at home. The Empire and everyone else connected to the Imperial family should feel safe. They've also beefed up security anywhere that seems short-handed. As well prepared as ever, I see. At any rate, you finally uncovered some information on the terrorist identities, correct? That's right. Though once again, we have the Intelligence Division to thank for that. If you turn your attention to the screen, please. I know that face. G. That's the man who kidnapped Princess Alfin and Elise in Heimdall. Not to mention he tried to start a war with Calvard in the North Highlands. So, who is he? That was a little quiet anyway. His full name is Michael Gideon. He used to be an assistant professor at the Imperial Academy in Heimdall. Does that mean a teacher? So an academic. Right, his focus was political philosophy. 3 years ago he was dismissed from his position due to his intense criticism of Chancellor Osborne's hardline policies. Oh. So getting laid off sent him on the road to terrorism? Well, it sounds like the actual reason was he was let go because he was handing out tracts and flyers in public. You'll find these kinds of idealists at the heart of most terrorist groups though. In seeding a group with their core ideology, they twist it to be even more militant and radical. Can't even reason with them either. Yeah, they just don't know when to give up. Sounds like another group I know. So, do you ever think anything else about the others? We crossed paths with what I can only assume were 3 other key members last month in Heimdall. Yes, S, V and C. It seems like they haven't been able to dig on much on those 3 yet. Their strongest lead right now is that V may have belonged to a Jaeger Corps. Interesting. He was toting this machine gun that looked like it should have been mounted on a vehicle. Does he seem at all familiar to you, Fee? Not really. They're still working on narrowing down the identities of S2, but it's still too early to make any informed statements. The real unknown is C. Show on with your Visor's helmet. Sorry guys, I itch. I heard he was able to go toe to toe with Rain, Laura and Fee simultaneously. I find it almost hard to believe. I do. God, that was going to be a bit odd there. I don't. I imagine there are plenty of people in the Empire who could do so. It goes without saying that the Radiant Blade Master could fend 3 of us off without... It goes without saying that the Radiant Blade Master could fend 3 of us off without much of a problem. But I bet Gumir Instructor Sarah Major Nightheart could do it too. I can't say for certain. Ha! Look at Mr. Modesty over here. The Major here is widely held to be one of the strongest up-and-coming officers in the entire army. I heard people mention him right alongside Major Vender. Laying on a little thick today, aren't we? Going by the family name, it seems safe to assume he's a practitioner of the Vander style of swordsmanship. No doubt a relative of Lieutenant General Vander from Zendergate. While we could question whether I can stand equal footing with him, Major Vander is unquestionably strong. He was my classmate during my military academy years, and quite close to Prince Oliver as well. In fact, he's in Crossbell right now, serving as the Prince's bodyguard. Oh. Well, that's reassuring to know. But getting back to the point, It's not just C. We still know very little about that group as a whole. Even their source of funding is a mystery. So even if they're no show in Crossbow, I doubt we've heard the last of them. And call it a coincidence or fate, but you've put the kibosh on their schemes twice now. It's entirely possible they've come to hold a personal grudge against you, so be careful. Right. Needs another drink. Goddamn. Yeah, well, we try to keep that in mind. Eventually, the afternoon series of special lectures came to an end, and it was finally time to get a peek at Aurelia Fortress's infamous railway guns. That's what you think. You'll now be shown to the area where the railway guns are housed. All of what you're about to see is highly classified. I presume you're aware of the protocol surrounding confidential intel. Yes, instructor.
I'm getting kind of nervous. Me too. Guys, it's just the railway guns. I've seen them before. They're nothing to get all excited over.
Orion, this part of your field study isn't mandatory for you.
If you'd like, you can stay here and wait for us. That'd be more than okay. Jeez, I'm just kidding. I don't want to be the only one left behind. Honestly.
Excuse me a moment. It's Nightheart speaking. Yes, hello, Commander Walter. I was kind of right. I think I said Walter. Whatever. Wait, Mueller wants to speak with me? Of course, put him through. Could he possibly be calling at a time like this? What? What's happening? Huh? Is he taking a call from someone outside the fortress on his Arcus, man? That was the worst crow I've done so far.
Sure looks that way.
Understood. We'll be on alert here as well. Let me turn up just a bit. Yes, right. Take care of there.
Did something happen in Crossbow?
I'm afraid so. A short while ago, the skyscraper where the conference is taking place came under attack by the Imperial Liberation Front. The attack was carried out via airship. Fortunately, they were able to repel the terrorists, and Prince Oliver, Chancellor Osborne and the others were unharmed. However, it's too early to tell if the danger is truly past. They were again attacked the Trade Conference. Excuse me. How foolish.
But that's not all, is it? Something else strange happened. What is it?
The terrorists were able to gain access to the orbital net and manipulate the shutters that partition the building. Furthermore, they had with them a force of mechanical monsters.
I don't like the sound of that. You found something like that in the ground, right?
Yeah, we ran into one on the highway there.
They broke into the orbital net. Major, how much of Aurelia Fortress is connected to the network?
At present, it's only used for inventory and equipment management by the maintenance staff.
What was that?
A tremor?
It came from right below us.
Below the hangar. What the hell?
The Oxens.
Ugh. What happened here? They just started moving. No one's inside. They just started moving on their own. Did the C units malfunction? No, they couldn't have.
What's a C unit?
It's an automatic control unit we put on vehicles that are going to serve as targets in military exercises. Ugh. How many C units ended up attached to our most advanced tanks?
This is really bad.
Ugh. I'm going to assess the situation. I need you here to help fight the fires and assist the injured maintenance staff. Yes, sir. Please be careful out there. And this is the point where it's basically where it was in the intro. Well, not this bit, but if you guys remember episode 1, where we fought those massive, like, the archaisms, this is basically it.
This is crazy.
Hold on a moment, man. Are automatic control systems really capable of that level of advanced maneuvering?
No, they're definitely not. Our current technology isn't capable of anything nearly this advanced.
But if you apply the tech used in the archaisms, it's suddenly become a whole lot more possible.
Yeah.
Instructor, are you saying this... Let's try it again. Instructor, are you saying that the society... Are you saying that sentence doesn't make sense? Instructor, are you saying that... I think it's supposed to be that this might... Wait, no, that sentence doesn't make sense. What the hell? Instructor, are you saying that the society might be involved in this? There shouldn't be two that's in that sentence. I'd say it's more than likely by a minute. Look more. No. What are they? Isn't that not the proving ground we visited yesterday out that way? Just what are they planning? As it, oh no. What in Adios' name is going on here? Why are unarmed tanks roving around, blasting out the hell out of this base on their own? Well, it seems last night headquarters sent an order to the engines to fit those tanks with C units. Preposterous! I gave no such order. But never mind that. Right now we need to focus on extinguishing the force and quelling the confusion, and send a request for assistance to the 4th Armored Division. What should we do? I can't see us being able to catch up to them without a horse at the very least. What's their goal? What are they trying to accomplish here?
Whatever it is, it's definitely having some kind of game plan.
With sunshine shines and Junyashing. Leave this to us. Isn't that...
Dad?
I love this because it's just like standing on a tank as it's moving. Look at him. Such badass. Look at him. General. HQ's appraised me of the situation. Leave these rogue tanks to us. We can't rule out the possibility they're a diversion. I want you all to stay here. Understood, sir.
Thank you.
That's multiple voices. Thank you, General.
Be careful, Dad.
You too, Elliot. 4th Armored Division, advance. Take out those out-of-control tanks by any means necessary. Our opponents are unarmed. Or unmanned. There's no need to hold back. Yes, General. Wow, your dad's really something else, Elliot.
I mean, he is pretty cool when he takes charge like that.
Well, it seems we no longer need to worry about those tanks at least.
Well, what are they after?
That's the question of the hour, isn't it? We can't just let our guard down just yet. Might I suggest we fall back to the fortress, Major? A prudent move. After we assess the level of damage inside. Hey, on those. What in the... The Imperial Liberation Front.
Wow, there's 2 of them.
There's no way we could have known they'd have another force coming way.
Yeah. They're here.
Do they seriously think they could breach an impregnable fortress?
They're just terrorists! Wipe them out! Right back at you!
God damn. God damn, V.
Alright! Let's get this party started then. We're headed straight for the left railway gun. If anyone gets in our way, fill them full of holes! Yeah!
What's the Imperial Liberation Front doing here?
I thought they were in Crossbell.
Well, that is the main attraction. They sure didn't put up much of a fight, did they? Our mission is to support Comrade G over in Crossbell. Our target is the right railway gun. Let's show him some beautiful fireworks, shall we?
Yes, ma'am!
Oh. They're going after both and left and right wings? Shit. Is the railway guns they're after? It's the railway guns they're after. Yo! They're gonna fire them at the train conference when the Chancellor is? If a shot from one of those railway guns hit that building, it'd blow the place to smithereens. So that's what they're after. The situation escalated far beyond the scope of your field study. I want you all to stand by here. No way. You can't just stand idle while these insurgents run amok. If you won't take us with you, then we'll take action ourselves. Look, town's one luxury we don't have. I think it's best if we have them help us. Listen up, we're going back into the fortress. Group A and B, you're on me. Let's do this. September calendar 1204 8:31 Eastern edge of the Erebonian Empire. Guerrilla fortress, military training ground. This is what we saw in the intro. Or like the first episode, I should say.
It's no use! We can't even scratch them! What's happening? Who's in control of those things? Get in touch with the 4th Armored Division! We need backup from Lieutenant General Craig!
This is awful. What happened here?
How terrible.
I can smell smoke. Are they using gunpowder?
They've completely blindsided us. It appears that everything else they've done today was to serve as a decoy, even making the tanks go haywire.
Right. It looks like their real target was the railway guns all along. Which means they must be serious about targeting that trade conference in Crossbell City.
They wouldn't! How low can they possibly sink?
So, they're intent on taking the Chancellor's head after all.
Resorting to such wanton violence? This is absolutely outrageous.
This does look kinda bad.
Understatement of the year.
Please, let us help. We don't know if reinforcements are on the way, and it doesn't look like we have much time left. We have to stop them before they can activate the railway guns.
Reen's right.
I don't know how much we can really do, but considering the alternative, we have to try.
Right. I'm not about to let those terrorists have their way.
Looks like any attempt to convince you otherwise would fall on deaf ears. All right. Reen, you and the rest of Group A are with me. Group B, you'll be under the command of Major Neidhart.
One group will secure the gun in the right wing. The other group will secure the left. This is an actual combat situation, with real lives at stake.
Yes, sir! All right, Class 7. Our objective is to stop the activation of the railway guns. We've learned a lot at the Academy. It's time to put that knowledge to the test.
Understood!
Instructor Sarah joined the party. While she's assigned to the active battle party, the number of support members increased to 3. Nice bustling! Burst is great. It's like a more advanced form of rush, where if you get like 5 battle points, you can it lets everyone in the group attack all the enemies at the same time, and it's really cool. It's good for like if you're surrounded by a lot of enemies, it's good to just wipe them all out.
They look just like that thing we fought during our field study.
Mechanical monstrosities.
Save the talking for later. We need to take these things out.
Got it! Bring it on!
My turn.
You can let them up.
Yeah, it's my turn. Yeah.
My turn.
Right.
Okay.
Well, since that's paralyzed, might as well go after that one.
Sorry. Okay.
Go.
Right.
Okay.
My turn. That's the power of the 8 leaves.
Nice.
Great. No doubt about it. Those things were the same as the one we fought outside Legram.
It seems a large number of them are on the loose inside the fortress. I'm guessing that's what got the soldiers we just saw too.
Seems so. They definitely look more like orbally powered archaisms than monsters.
So these are archaisms.
Are you certain, Instructor?
Yeah, they're a kind of autonomous weapon made by a rather unsavory group. And a real pain to deal with, too. We need to hurry, but keep your wits about you.
Understood.
So what we're going to do is we're going to search all of this floor in the, for the rest of this episode, and then after that's done, we'll call it an episode.
The advantage is ours.
My turn.
Do it! I'll help.
Here we go.
My turn.
It's my turn. Here. The battle's over, but stay alert, everyone.
Instructor Sarah's like level 55, which is ridiculous. Still.
Is that a treasure chest?
Line 3, the hell does that do? Oh, ATS, that's cool. Don't really need it for anything new. Oh. Well, there's not much to explore, so we might as well go down to the storage floor then.
Now's our chance.
My turn.
Let's get him. My turn.
Of course. Now.
Got it.
Okay.
Well, I'd say while we're fighting
Here.
these monsters,
Leave it to me.
that will do it
My
for
turn.
today's
Right.
episode. So,
Evil
for
will
a
fall
quick
before my
recap
blade.
for what happened,
I'm just kidding.
we learned more about the Imperial Liberation Front, well, more specifically one member, Gideon, who knows full name Michael Gideon, used to work for the Imperial Academy in Heimdall, and that's all we know about him really. Or we know a little bit about V. Apparently he used to be a Jaeger as
The
well,
advantage is ours.
My turn.
but that's all we know. And then
My turn. Evil
Yeah.
will fall
and
before
then
my
as we're
blade.
gonna go toward the go see the railway guns, the Imperial Liberation Front attacked the.
It seems this is a storage area.
Oh,
Plenty of archaisms wandering around here, too.
the trade conference in Crossbell, and then as we were trying to like as we were recovering
Here
from
they
that
come.
news,
Be
My
careful,
turn.
everyone.
then
Now.
the C units that were installed
My turn.
yesterday to the oxen tanks. If you guys remember, like that
Right.
was towards the last end of the
My
latter
turn.
end of yesterday's episode.
Please. Lights out for them.
Went haywire. The oxen tanks that were fitted with them went haywire, and then started blowing everything up, as tanks tend to do.
We have the advantage. Do it.
But
I'll help.
Here we go. Now's
Oh.
our chance.
An opening. Your swordsmanship
I've got a
gets
way to
better
go
with
to get
every
to your
level.
level.
and we, Lieutenant General, after we ran outside, Lieutenant General Craig then came along after a bit and told us that he was going to take care of it, the situation.
Yay, treasure!
Then he did. Well, he's gone and done that now, and then we split up into both our groups from our field study. So Group 8 is Reen, Emma, Laura, Milliam, Eustace, and Gaius, and we got Instructor Sarah with us. Then, so yeah, and then that's where we're leaving off today's episode. So, in the next episode, we're going to get that treasure chest. You can see right in front of us. Go to the relay area and continue trying to stop the Imperial Liberation Front from grabbing the railway guns to do whatever they want with them. So, if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to hit that like button. If you're enjoying our Treasure Cold Steel Let's Play series, make sure to subscribe as well. If you're a fan of JRPGs or just RPGs in general, make sure to subscribe as well, because hey, that's what I'll be doing on this channel. I've got a few products in the work lined up, so hopefully you guys are on the lookout for those and will enjoy them when they do come out. But yeah, with all that PSA out of the way, this is xdeadlysmoorex, and I shall see you guys next time.